Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. Today we're talking about the Blizzard Shiva 9. This is the narrowest ski in the Shiva line, pretty squarely in the all-mountain category, but it's got a lot of freeride influence with this shape. You get a lot of tip and tail rocker, and it's a very, very fun, playful, and very versatile ski. I can't remember anybody getting on a Shiva 9 and not having a good time. I think you see that reflected in the feedback that we get from different women in our ski test. And yeah, it's a really, really good ski. On the men's side, the equivalent would be the Rustler 9. There are some differences between them, but the overall theme is the same, and I've always just loved the Rustler 9. So Blizzard uses what they call flux form in this ski in reference to its construction. It's really just kind of a branding. The construction itself is very interesting. It starts with a True Blend wood core, True Blend freeride wood core. Blizzard has more control over their wood core build than most other companies. It's really impressive when you see it firsthand. They're laminating really, really thin strips of different types and different density wood, kind of longitudinally, and it allows them to control the flex pattern in perfect ways, and really, like, each core for each ski and for each length is kind of custom tailored to what it's supposed to be. So really cool, the amount of just technology and like detail in the wood core itself. And then on top of that, we get two strips of metal that run along the edge of the ski. So this is where it really differs from the previous generation of Rustlers and Shivas. We used to have it just in the middle and then no metal in the tips and tails. Now that metal is found along the edges, and it actually extends pretty far into the tips and tails. And then just to help keep the weight down on the Shivas, this is one of the ways that they differ from Rustlers. Instead of metal right underfoot here, this is actually just fiberglass. It's still very supportive. It still adds some nice vibration damping, but you get a lighter ski, a more maneuverable, more agile ski, something that's going to work better for a lighter weight skier. And that's about it for construction. We went through it pretty quick there, but realistically, the just detail in this construction, or the attention to detail, is very, very impressive. This is a 168, and there is some metal in this ski, so it's not going to be the lightest thing in the world, but 1,700 grams to me is pretty impressive. Not crazy heavy, not like ultra lightweight, but light enough that with this shape you can really maneuver it and flick it around. And then they do a great job with the flex pattern. I mean, that's really where you're getting the benefit of that True Blend wood core. Just such an even, nice, round flex pattern that's going to be both fun to ski, but also supportive, and we saw some of that like exact feedback in feedback from our ski test this year. Looking at the shape here, like I said, there's a lot of freeride influence in this ski. So there's camber underfoot, there's rocker in the tips and tails. It's almost kind of a twin tip shape. It's not really intended to be a twin tip for freestyle purposes. It's more, it has this shape, so it's going to be really, really easy to get the ski to maneuver around behind you. And then they do a really nice job with the early taper on these skis too. You know, the widest part of the ski is right about there, leaving it very, very catch-free in the extremities with that rocker and the little amount of early taper that the ski has. So that's the Shiva. Like I said, really fun ski, super, super versatile. We had a ton of different women on it in our ski test this year, and we had it last year as well. A couple different feedbacks, or a couple different thoughts kind of jumped out to me. Annie, who's come to our test a ton, she gave it like all 8s, I think, for her numerical scores, which anytime you see that, anytime you see consistent high scores across all criteria, it just makes for a very well-rounded ski. Another like really valuable piece of information that we got from Annie is she often likes to ski longer lengths, and she was on this 168 that we have here, and she was surprised that it was actually very fun and supportive for her. So even though it has this playful shape and it looks like it might ski short, it's actually quite supportive. And then Annie went on to talk about how it's super fun, it's super maneuverable, and it's super agile. But she also said that she was surprised that it kind of packs a punch too, and that's really coming from that metal there. So it's easy to ski, it's very intuitive and approachable, but it'll also handle some higher speeds and some steeper terrain and firmer snow conditions. And yeah, I just think Blizzard has done a great job with both the Shiva and the Rustler line, but since we've got the Shiva 9 right here in front of us, we'll say they did a great job with this Shiva 9. So head on over to the ski test. You can read all that feedback from different people that got on it this year. As always, let us know if you have any questions, and we will see you out there on the slopes.